Cheryl Arkle. Well, are you in for a treat today? Today, drum roll, is Top 100 today. Top 100 2025. So thank you for joining us. It is our usual segment of What Are You Reading? But we are going to be talking about the top 100, which is why I've got some balloons behind me and I've got some champagne here. So before we start, make sure you have yourself a drink. It can be alcoholic and it could be not. I know it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Sydney, but I don't know what time it is in your area. So go and get a drink, make yourself very comfortable. We've got some special guests for you today. And we're going to get the ball rolling. So, firstly, we're going to talk about the top 10, right? So, drum roll, number 1 is Trent Dalton, Boy Swallows Universe. Look how many stickers that guy's had. I'm not sure how old this book is now. It must be, I don't know, 2019 it came out. So, this is number 1 for the Top 100 2025, Trent Dalton, and Trent is going to be joining us via video in a moment. So stay tuned. Welcome everyone. Cheryl Arkle, Better Reading, Top 100, on now. Okay, Trent Dalton, number 1. Pride and Prejudice is number 2. I guess that's going to come up on the screen. I don't seem to have a copy of it here, but we all know it. Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen. The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros is coming in at number 4. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna is coming in at number 4. Oh, so Fourth Wing is number 3. Number 4 is The Nightingale. Number 5 is my favourite book, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. That always makes it into the top 10, and it's not because I'm the only person waiting for it. Here are some of the classics that have made the list. And do you know what I love about the top 100 is classics always make the list, which is wonderful. Here's Rebecca Yarros's book, and that's come in at number 3. So we've got some new genres popping into the top 10, if you like, and here they are. Okay, so we've also got, after To Kill a Mockingbird, we've got The Book Thief with Markus Zusak. A man that needs, I don't have to explain this because I think Markus has been in the top 10 since we launched it 10 years ago. And you know what else? Markus Zusak is coming to us live right here today in a few moments to talk about The Book Thief and how happy he is to have made it to the top 100 once again. So there's Marcus's book, The Book Thief. There's a Leanne Moriarty, which is He One Moment. Sarah J. Maas, and The Venice Hotel by Tess Woods. Now, Tess was going to join us today, but can't, which is such a shame. But it's so wonderful to see that she has come in at number 9. And we love Tess, and she's over in Perth. And then, what have we got? We've got Chris Hammer, The Valley, that's come in at number 10. So that's the top 10, but as you know, there is a list of 100 books. We will publish the list on the Better Reading website. We will put a link to the list in comments here today, and you will get to chat. We've got some guest authors. We've got Trent Dalton, Markus Zusak, and we've got the fabulous Karen Brooks. Who we love and I recorded a podcast with this year, The Good Wife of Bath. That's coming at number 19, and Karen's going to come in live from Tasmania. Okay, so there's a lot happening today. As I said, grab a drink, make yourself very comfortable, sit back and relax, and this is the Better Reading Top 100. Before we tune in, before we go to Trent Dalton, I'm just going to read some of the comments. Claire says, hi, Cheryl. Pauline says, excited. Oh, excited, yes. Be excited because remember, there are prizes to be won. And there are, 8 prizes or 9? 7 prizes. And they are 7 book packs. So we're going to announce who the winners are. And it's 7 people who win the total top 100, all of the books that made the top 100 in 2025. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the comments. Pauline's excited. Christine says, hi Cheryl and better reading. Julie says, oh, so exciting. Congratulations to the winners of the top 100. The absolute best prize to ever win because Julie won it a few years ago. Caroline says, hi Cheryl, so looking forward to the list and all your guests, and they're going to be great guests. Christine said, well-deserved Boys Swallows Universe. It is absolutely well-deserved. Trent Dalton came in at number 1. So what have we got? Sally says, hi Cheryl, I'm reading Joy Moody and it's out. Joy Moody is Out of Time by Karen Main. Not quite sure what I've got there. Sandra says, hi Cheryl, so excited to see the top 100. I've read 62 and have 6 on my to-be-read list. Congrats to the winners. It's a fantastic prize because Sandra's won it before, and thank you to Better Reading. So Sandra has read 62 of the books and has got 6. Is that 2025, Sandra, or is that last year's, 2024? Why don't you tell me how many of the top 100 in 2024 have you read? Let's ask that question. Okay, Yvette says, I thought this wasn't being announced for a couple of weeks. Oh, I'm sorry, it's been announced today. And thank you for joining us, Annette. And what I'm going to do, Sandra says, P.S. the list was leaked earlier today. It was indeed. Thank you, Sandra, for being so attentive. Julie says, hi, Cheryl and Better Reading team. I'm reading American Dirt by Jean Cummins. What else have we got? And Anne says, hello, I'm reading Legacy by Chris Hammer. We had Chris Hammer in the office this week, and I think we've got Legacy here somewhere. All right, stay with us, because now we've got Trent Dalton coming up. Over to Trent.
Hello, this is Trent Dalton. I just wanted to pop on and say the biggest thank you to you all for nominating this book, Boys Swallows Universe. This is the Chinese translation. It's one of my favorite. It's just precious to me. I thought I'd show it to you because you're amazing. This book has been named number 1 on the Better Reading Top 100 in 2025, all because of you. Because you, the readers, are amazing. You're extraordinary, and you make it all possible. And what's so special about that is that last year you said this was number 1, and that freaking meant the world to me as well. So can you imagine how far I am floating above the moon because of you? You are everything. You are the reason that I get to do this for a living. You are the reason I get to kind of mind my brain and just put a bloody hand inside my heart and try and turn it into words that I try and put on a page and send to you. It's nothing but communication. You know, I'm just trying to say some stuff about the world and about myself and where I'm at in life and where I was at when I was a kid and where I'm at now. So for you to keep Boy alive in that way, that's extraordinary to me. Thank you so much. I wanted to show you this. This is a mystery woman that sat by my computer when I wrote Boy about in 2017 or 2017. This is the mystery partner of this man, my old mate Slim Halliday. I had both these photographs next to me. I've just been sort of reminiscing on that time. My old babysitter, Slim Halliday, but this was his girl. This fired me up so much because it represented love and the love of people who live or have lived lives of darkness and people who had trouble. And she just represents so much. This is her outside a courthouse, just as she's probably just realised that her the love of her life is going to go away for 30 years. No one has seen her face, but I just loved kind of not even seeing her face and just having her be this mystery woman. I just wanted to share that with you because that, you know, creates this moment that my beautiful friend Paul Heppel, who did the drawings in Lola, did to kind of, this is me and Slim basically on Hornybrook Bridge, and because of Paul doing that, inspired the images that go into this and kind of inspired a lot of the dreaming that Lola's all about. So what I'm trying to say is it's all one big amazing mystery and an amazing thing called writing, and you're the biggest, most important part of it. The readers, the Better Reading community is just extraordinary, and I thank you with all my heart for just honouring me in this way. I love you all, and I can't wait to write another book for you real soon. And I'll see you all very soon on, hopefully a bit of a Gravity Let Me Go book tour. I'll see you around, but thank you, Better Reading. I love you. You've supported Boy right from the start. You're amazing. Cheryl, I love you. To all the team, you're just the best. So have a wonderful, wonderful celebration, and I'll see you soon.
Well, that was the fabulous Trent Dalton. Isn't he just wonderful? Do you know, we have come on that ride with Trent. I remember the first book, Boy Swallows Universe, when he came into the office and he said to me, I can't even call myself a writer yet. This book has been published and people are reading it, but, what am I? And I just remember being, quite humbled by that. But here he is, how many books later? Fabulous writer, and he's got a new book out this year as well. So that's fantastic. I'm just going to go through a few more comments, and then we're going to Marcus Zuzak is waiting in the weight room, and he's going to come to us live. Now, let me just read. What's everybody doing? Oh, Sandra is reading The Tangled Web by Tia Cooper, and she's loving it, and it's an arc from Better Reading. Sandra says she's also looking forward to reading Trent's new book. Taz says, good afternoon, currently reading Your Second Life Begins When You Realise You Only Have One. Well, that's such a great title. Marie says, hi everyone, I'm reading 6 Days in Bombay. Very interesting. Sandra said, loved Lola. It's my favourite of Trent Dalton's books so far. Sharon Hill says, congratulations to Trent, well deserved. Yvette says, what a lovely talk, very well deserved, and so much credit. Okay, so tell me how far into the top 100 list are you of 2024? And indeed, if you've seen the 2025 list, tell me what you're reading. Now, this man needs no introduction, none at all. It is the fabulous Marcus Zuzak. I have known of Marcus my entire career. He has been, as I said earlier, on the top 100, I think, for every year that we've published it and every year that you've voted. Welcome, Marcus Zuzak.
Hey, thanks for having me, Sharon.
Hey, congratulations.
I'm thrilled. It's I'm getting a bit if I stop to be on the list. It's a bit really. I feel like this book just I'm an older, more friend or brother, and it just drags me around. And I've been really for the last 20 years. Now, so I believe it's long.
So it's 20 years since the book was published.
Yeah, it came out September 2005, and I could never that I'd be sitting here 2 years later. I thought it was Australia.
And so, how many books all up have you written now, Marcus, in your career?
Well, I count all of them, even the ones that try to get published. But the published ones are 7, and I've probably written them that I haven't. 3 that were rejected early on, and then other books that I've written that's not it. That's not it. They're all training to get you to where you need to go.
Well, congratulations. As I said, you've been on our list probably every year since publication, which is about 10 years. So, Marcus Zuzak, thank you for your time today, and congratulations. And you came in at number 6.
I want to thank all of Australia. And it gives us hope, because we're always hearing about books more time and time again. I say to people, our books have been dying and they're not dead yet. And to people and better reading people still caring about it. It means the world to us. So thanks to all of you, keeping all of us.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And congratulations again. So that was Marcus Zuzak, and I agree with Marcus. Like, people keep saying the doom and gloom about books, that books are dead. I totally disagree with that. Story is here to stay. We might be looking at different formats. We might be listening to audio. We might be reading ebooks. There is so much going on, but it's still story, and it's still how we consume story. And I think that is really, really important. And in this community, I don't think books are ever going to be dead. I think it's something that keeps us going. Good stories just keep us going. They keep you guys going. Okay, before we get on to the next guest, a fabulous guest, I'm just going to go through some of the comments. It's Cheryl Arkle. We're announcing the Top 100 2025. If you have read any of the books on the 2024 list, tell me how many. If you've indeed seen the list for 2025, and that list is now available to be downloaded, let me know how many books you've read. Okay, what have we got here? Sandra says, congratulations, Trent, well deserved. Okay, Alita says, very well deserved, Trent, thank you. Yvonne says, this is about Trent's book. Only time the book and film matched. That's absolutely a good description, I think. I agree with that. Yvette says, incredible that Austen got number 2 250 years after her birth. It is absolutely incredible. I agree with that. But, a classic is a classic, right? It's fantastic. I think that there are a lot of these books that are going to be classics. I think that that's happening as we speak. But thanks for pointing that out to us. Janine says, I love Marcus Zuzak, so thank you, Marcus. Christine says, Top 100 2025, I have read 82 of the books. Whoa. Okay, Christine, I think you've won the tally. That is very, very good. Wow. Sandra, loved the book... The Book Thief, and also Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zuzak. So thank you, Marcus. Kylie says there are still a lot of the same books on the list. I'm surprised there aren't many more newer ones. Yeah. I guess because when we're talking about favourite books, people's favourite book doesn't change. Like, you can keep adding to your favourite list, but I guess the books don't change. But yes, there are crossovers for sure. Janine says, I love The Book Thief, The Messenger and The Bridge of Clay. Thank you, Janine. Yvette says she's read 59 of the books on the 2025 list. I'm interested in another 15 that have made it to the list and that I'm keen to read, and I will prioritise. Thank you, Yvonne. Kylie says, congrats to all the authors and their books that made the list. There are ones on the list that are there when I won my prize years ago. Yeah, that's right. So thank you to Marcus Zuzak for joining us. Now, we've got the lovely Karen Brooks, who is streaming in from Tasmania. Karen came in at number 19 with The Good Wife of Bath. And I think that, let's get Karen on there and ask her. I think is that book published? Hello, Karen.
Cheryl, hi everyone.
Thank you for joining us. When was this published?
2021.
Oh, right, there you go, 2021. Because you've got a new book out this year.
Yeah, The Whiskey Widow.
That's right, yeah. Okay, well, congratulations for The Good Wife of Bath coming in at number 19.
Look. Am I echoing?
Yeah, you're alive.
No, echoing.
Yes, you are a little bit, but that's okay.
Basically, I believe in that, and I'm so grateful to everyone out there in the community. You guys, Cheryl, thank you for your support, love. And as Yvette was saying about how Jane would feel if she could see 200 years later, her book is on our list. I think that speaks to how readers love books and about story. And to think that my little wife knows that list and among some great community. And Trent's and Marcus's and all the others. You know, it's a real privilege. So thank you.
Congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us, Karen. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Do you know, I mean, there are just some beautiful words from these authors, and it's the story, I think, and you guys can tell me this, you know, we read such beautiful stories and such good stories and such diverse stories. And I think sometimes meeting the author of that story is such a privilege as well, like where that came from, how that story came to be, and all the hard work that goes into it. And, you know, this is a celebration of stories, the top 100, but it's also a celebration of authors who actually bring us these stories. And very often people are thanking me for highlighting these stories, but, you know, it's about the author. They are doing the work. And it is also about the reader and having an audience. And I think you guys out there are the best audience and the best readers ever. I really do. And I know I'm a little bit biased, but I am particularly fond of the better reading reader audience. Okay, so what else have we got? We've got a Chris Hammer video coming up. Chris is going to say thank you. He has done very, very well in the top 100. I think he's come in at number 10 with The Valley, and I think he's come in at number, I think it's 65 with his other book called The Seven. So do we want to jump into Chris Hammer?
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Hammer, and I'm so happy that two of my books have made the top 100. There's The Valley, which came out last year, that's number 10 I'm told, and the one the year before, The Seven, number 65. I'm so grateful to everyone who voted in the whole process, but particularly the people who voted for my books. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Oh, and that was Chris, and he was in the office this week. I just love him. He's such great company, but also he's got, you know, I mean, you all know he was a journalist, and he was writing about all sorts of subjects for journalism. And then in the background was always writing. And then he wrote his first book, Scrublands, and that just went bang. And since then, you know, he's got, I don't know, 8 or 9 books. I can't remember. Okay, all right. I'm going to just tune in to some of the comments and read those out. It's Cheryl Arkle. It's the top 100. Congratulations to all the authors that made it on the list. The list is now available for you to have a look at, and if you want to tell me how many books you've read on this list or how many books you've read last year, I would like to know. And these numbers are quite high that I've been seeing, because Yvette has read 59 of the top 25. Wow. Kylie says, congrats to all the authors. Kylie says, I'm glad that there are ones there that I voted that made the list, and that's a very good point. Do you know, almost 9,000 people voted, I think, which is fantastic, and keep voting for the books that you love. Janine says, so many fantastic books on the list. I'm currently reading The Wolf Tree, and next will be The Impossible Fortune. Kaz says, love The Valley, and that is Chris Hammer's book. What have we got? What do we got? Just booked in to see him in Bendigo. I think that might be, not sure who that is. Marge says, thank you, Cheryl, for bringing these authors to life for us. Always great to hear the interviews, and it adds an extra depth to the reading. We are so blessed to have so many wonderful Australian authors on the list. That is so true, Mark, isn't it? It's so wonderful that we've got this plethora. You know, we've got great crime writers, historical fiction writers, rural romance writers, literary fiction writers. I mean, there's just so many writers out there, and we have access to all of them in this country. And really, it's about reading the books in any format that you like. You can listen to an audio book, you can read an ebook, and we just love, you know, introducing you to authors. Sandra says, loved all of Chris Hammer's books. Can't wait to read the new one. And you will love that too, Sandra, for sure. Christine said, I had the privilege to meet Chris Hammer last year, and he signed my book, The Valley. Isn't it wonderful going to an author event and having a really quick chat with an author and getting a signature? I love that as well, and I still do. Holly says, I have read 64 of this year's list. Well, congratulations, Holly. You guys, honestly. Pauline says, oh, that she saw Chris Hammer in Bendigo. Okay, I'm going to put up the winners. Have we got a slide of the winners? Okay. These are the winners of the book packs. So you win all of the top 100. Every book in the 2025 list. So the ACT, Michelle Norris has won. New South Wales, Courtney Sergi has won. Queensland, Katrina Matheson has won. Doris Gerber in South Australia. Kaiser Marie in Tasmania. Geraldine Knight in Victoria. And Nathan Lamb in Western Australia. Okay, if you have all those people been contacted, they have. Just to note, and the previous winners will know this, the publisher sends you the books in the top 100. So you don't get just one pack, you get lots of little packs because the publisher will just dispatch those books when they're ready and they will be delivered to you, okay? So you might get, 5 or 6 packs, depending, you'll get a pack from each publisher, and sometimes you have to wait a little bit because the book might be reprinting or might be out of stock. But anyway, you've got our email address, and if you have any questions, please contact us. Okay, well, I think that's it for us. This was Top 100 2025. And as I said, the list will be published on our website. There's a link right here that'll take you to the list. And what else do I have to tell these beautiful people at home? I think that might be it. What I'm going to say, Holly says, just went and got the new Chris Hammer, Sally Hepworth, Gary Disher and Richard Osman. Well, that's going to keep you busy, Holly. Sandra said it's like Christmas receiving the top 100 books. It is like Christmas because it's the gift that keeps giving. Anyway, I want to thank you all for joining us today. I want to thank you all for just being such wonderful readers and part of our Better Reading community and sharing what you like to read and being really respectful with each other about what you're reading and just enjoying the authors that we bring you. So that's it from me. What can I say? Thank you very much to everybody at home. Thank you to those who voted. Congratulations to the winners, and thank you always to the authors. I'll see you next